The question why, these questions, they can't be answered by nature. They're answered by consciousness. Consciousness means this form of revelation is an expression. The books are dealing with consciousness. These rishis concluded the thing worth thinking about or pursuing, reasoning about as far as reason goes, is what is the nature of consciousness. They were not very concerned about what is the nature of the natural world. So they spoke about it in ways that appear to us in the modern time as if they were uninformed about the natural world. No, they were not that interested in the natural world. They only saw the natural world as useful in terms of how you could interact with it or think about it such that it would help to foster understanding of the subjective world, consciousness. If you study, for example, the Bhagavatam, it also speaks about the natural world. If you look carefully, you see it speaks about it in such a way that if thinking about it in that way, it will help you to understand and pursue the idea that you're not part of the natural world. You're supernatural. You can have a role, as I said, in relation to the natural world. It's a super role. As an overseer and so forth. And only as much as you understand, realize, and experience that you're supernatural, can you really be a steward of the world, which is such a popular idea today, and not exploit and be involved in the pillaging and the raping of the earth, for example, which is a popular theme that we don't want to be part of that. Only as much as we've really understood, experienced the difference between ourselves and the natural world can we be such a steward, because at the extent that we still are identified with it, misidentified with it, is the extent to which we're going to take from it and feel we have needs and necessities that are not really intrinsic to ourselves. So this book, the Bhagavatam, is about all these things. And it really is about thinking a lot, to the point of, okay, I got to stop thinking. I've come in touch with the fact that thinking is not the way of knowing comprehensively. Loving is the way. That's irrational. What do I mean by that? I mean, not irrational, but it would seem that by giving, you would end up with less. Am I right? If you have 10 things, $10, and you give away one, you have 9. By the math of the thing, if you give what you have, you end up with less. But our experience in life is that when we give, we grow. We get. We cannot say, I gave, look what I got. It's over here. But people will look at you and say, you've got something. What is it? I want it. They want what they are, what they see in you that is arising out of giving. What is the giving? Ramakrishna, he said once that a salt doll wanted to taste the ocean. What happened? Well, it became salt. The idea being that if you want to understand consciousness, you have to be what you are. This is a great challenge. You have to extract yourself from your identification with the objective world and your tendency to objectify the subjective, which is backwards thinking and so on and so forth. That means that you have to become a giver, a lover, not a taker. Because as much as we are attached to a material sense of identity, we're at a loss of the fullness of what we are. We want to be. We're struggling to be. But you are. But there's a perception when we identify with matter that we may not be if we don't beat somebody else up. I mean, on some level, if we don't take, we seem to be threatened with the prospect of non-existence, so therefore we struggle for existence. And one living being Jivo jivasya jivanam. It's a very Darwinian phrase from the Bhagavatam. One living being is food for another. It's another way of saying there's a struggle for existence. We're struggling for existence, but according to the Vedanta and what we've been talking about, we already be. We already exist. Why are we struggling for the existence? We struggle to know also. And it's thought that knowledge will set you free. But we're already a knower. And we're a lover. This is the conclusion of the Bhagavad about the self. It's a unit of being. It's a unit of knowing. And it's a unit of loving. Sat, Chit, Anandam. A unit of that.